Hey, good evening. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning for me, and I'm getting ready to go on vacation for about 10 days, and I haven't recorded videos in quite a long time. Been at trade shows, and I just, Service Autopilot Conference, have a lot going on. So I wanted to share with you, though, a big idea, a challenging one, and it comes from our Service Autopilot Conference a couple weeks ago. We had hundreds of people there, attendees, and we awarded the biggest badass winner to a guy by the name of Jordan Webb. And so I want to tell you a little bit about this because it's a challenge for me, and I think it'll be a challenge for you. I spoke a couple times at the conference, and I shared once or twice that if it hadn't been for my wife, and you should know that I've been married, I got married late 21, early 22. We've been married a while. Obviously, I'm not in my 20s anymore. And so we've been married a while and have a couple kids, a couple boys. And I shared the fact that if it hadn't been for her, I was so focused on work that I probably would have just literally worked all the time. And I have worked a ridiculous amount of time, sometimes 80 and 90 hours a week. But she really enforced a routine of which I was totally on board with and wanted in my life, but she helped me make sure it happened. And that was that we had dinner as a family every night, all these years. There's been exceptions, of course. And that on Friday nights and Saturday nights, that's time for us to go do something. And on Sundays, as much as absolutely possible, don't work. Now, it's not uncommon that over a 10-year period, I would go back to work at the house on Sunday night after everybody went to bed and start getting ready for the week. But those little bitty things had a huge impact on our relationship and our family in a way that I'm extremely thankful for. Clearly, there's many things I wish I had done. There's a lot of things that I've made mistakes on. There's times and time that I've sacrificed with my family and things I've sacrificed that I fully realize now that were probably unnecessary, but I just didn't get it. And so my point is that the winner of the biggest badass competition this year, Jordan Webb, I'd like you to watch his video, and I've posted it down below in the comments. And the reason I'm posting the video is that I think that Jordan will encourage you. He is a first-class guy. He's in his 20s. He's got several kids. He's married. He's building his business. He's figuring out as he goes. And the point here is that he's real. He's from what I know of him, he is totally a guy that lives what he talks. Like, he's legit. And he has struggles like every one of us, and he has struggles building his business and trying to have a family and take care of his children and be a good husband. So regardless of where you're at, maybe you're married, maybe you're not, maybe you're dating and someday you'll be married, maybe you have kids, maybe someday you want kids. The dilemma for all of us is we're the individuals that can create things. We can make things happen. We will put our heads down. We will fight it out. We will grind it out. We will not give up. We will ignore the criticism. We'll ignore the you can't do this. We'll ignore the why are you still doing this. We'll ignore all that crap. And we'll fight it out. And we'll set a goal, and we're going to go get that goal. And that makes us who we are, and that's how we build companies and how we hopefully get to where we want to be long term. The dilemma is the flip side of that massively positive trait is that in the single focus of achieving our goal, we put our heads down and we go after that one thing to the detriment of so many other things. So many of us set our goals and we say, you know what, if in 10 years I could have this and this and this could be paid for, we could be financially set, blah, 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 everything will be great. And so for that 10-year period with our head down, we harm our families, we harm our children, we harm our wife, we harm our husband in some way. Maybe nothing like massively significant, but in some way we do them somewhat of an injustice. And my basic argument with Academy, Service Autopilot Academy, which is a business coaching group, which is the group that we awarded Jordan Webb the $10,000 trip to Italy through, our basic argument is, look, it's not all about just building this massive company and generating lots of profit. Yeah, we go for that. But at the same time, why not try to have it all? Why not try to build that thing and have a decent life? And that means a family, a marriage, if that's for you, and some adventure. Like, why is it you can't do some of your hobbies? Why isn't you can't do some of the fun things you want to do? Why can't you go on some vacations? Yeah, maybe you don't have the money to go on fancy vacations right now, but why can't you just go on a weekend with your spouse? Why can't you just go somewhere with the kids? Super inexpensive if need be, but just do that for the family. And I've been guilty of putting all those types of things on hold. And so my hope is that Jordan's video will do a really good job of communicating that it's possible, and that when you actually work on those things, you can still work on the business and build a better business at the exact same time. So I want you to see his video to be encouraged, motivated, and challenged. Because I got to say, I was even challenged watching his video. I'm the one kind of spouting off this stuff and saying, hey, here's what I've learned. Here's where I've screwed it up. Here's where I want to be better moving forward. Here's some ideas for you. And I'm talking to the members of Academy. Here's some ideas for you. Maybe you could do it different than I did it. Maybe you could go bigger than I went early on. Maybe you could have it all instead of just focusing on the business. And that's the thing that I've been kind of preaching. And so the awarding of the competition was half about how much did you improve your business and half about how much did you improve your personal world and life. And so you watch this video and I watch this video, and he even challenges me because, okay, yeah, I go home at 6:30 at night, I have dinner with my family, but am I completely mentally there? Am I truly mentally present all the time? No, I'm not all the time. My wife isn't mentally present all the time either. And she's not working in the business, but she's running the family. She's running the house. And she's running all these other things that are happening in our world to make our marriage and our partnership work together. So I can go build these companies. She makes everything else run. And then are the two of us really fully present all the time? No, we're not. And Jordan's video even challenged me on that. And I'm sure he still struggles with that. Like, he hasn't fully dialed it in, but he's made huge progress. And so kudos to him. Like, he is a first-class guy. And I hope that what he communicates in his video will help you and slightly maybe change the course, your direction, what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on, so that your singular focus and my singular focus just isn't on the business. So that's the message that I wanted to pass on to you, that there's something more important than just growing these giant businesses or really profitable businesses. Yeah, we got to take care of the team. Yeah, we got to do them justice, but we can't do it to the detriment of our families. Let's not just go for one thing at a time. Let's try to go for all of it. Why just the business? Why can't we have the business, the relationships with our spouse, our kids, and some other things? Why can't we do it all? Very difficult, and we can't do it all the time, but why can't we have some level of balance? Perfect balance is impossible. That's a myth. There's seasons of craziness in everybody's life, and then as soon as you get through that craziness, you rebalance and you get refocused on the things that are important. That's just part of life. But why can't we go for more than just the business and more than just creating wealth, more than just making the business work? So watch Jordan's video and see if it challenges you. And if it does, try to apply some of his ideas to your world. Good luck.